and it will give you a good idea about how to consult with CFS-ME patients, or work out if they've got it and what severity they have. Okay, so on with the show. So we'll start with the first. This is the difficult cases that you might come across, and we come across a lot of these, so be prepared. Slideshow from current slide. Okay, right. So you've probably all seen some ticks in your life, especially if you're in the countryside. And most of us have been bitten by ticks. Some not, but most of us have. So why am I showing you ticks? You probably realize that we're dealing with a certain condition, Lyme disease. Now, Lyme disease officially is diagnosed after a deer tick has bitten you, and you get this bullseye rash, which is that's a classic bullseye rash. South Africa, it's called tick bite disease, yeah?
Tick bite fever.
Tick bite fever, yeah. So rickettsia is a very common infection from the tick in South Africa. And there's also Ehrlichia and Babesia. These are all common parasitic bacterial infections that can come through tick bites and other bites. So what with these, and a lot of these patients who are very severe turn up with these co-infections. So what's actually happening? And it's that these patients have a. So basically, what happens is the reversal is going on. They're primed for CFS-ME. They're primed for chronic fatigue because they're. So this is the classic hyperextensibility of the joints. There's a few that can actually touch their nose with their tongues. I don't know if you can do that, Ewa. Have you ever tried? This is a papaya. I'll just open this up a bit, and you see the papyrus scar. See, it looks a bit like papyrus there. It's all very, very stretched. And you've got the stretched striae, which you see quite a lot of striae. So it's very common to get that. So basically, with chronic fatigue syndrome, you see very often you get orthostatic intolerance there in the middle. I don't know why it's my mouth. Oh yeah, it should be. I can't. I'm trying to get an arrow to there. I can't. And what we do in clinic and advice. If you want to look up the paper on the cranial rhythm. Hi, Craig. Mapping of the cranial rhythmic impulse in the Journal of the American Osteopathic Association. This was put on the front page, my work on what the cranial rhythm was, and that was the interference wave theory that I presented, and that's the journal reference. If you want, my book's available on Kindle. If any of you, have any of you read my book at all?